neglect political and civil liberties?
To what extent do we trade civil liberty for affluence?
To what extent is terrorism funded by the affluent?
Poems from Guantanamo, Detainees Speak, edited by Mark Falcao.
My colleagues and I, all volunteer lawyers, first visited Guantanamo in November of 2004
after receiving secret-level security clearances from the FBI.
The prisoners have been repeatedly abused.
They had been subjected to stress positions,
Sleep deprivation,
Blaring music,
extremes of cold and heat during endless interrogations.
many men at Guantanamo turned to writing poetry as a way to maintain their sanity.
To memorialize their suffering,
and to preserve their humanity through acts of creation.
their poems
All written inside the body.
were composed with little expectation of ever reaching an audience beyond a small circle of their fellow prisoners.
But now the poems have been declassified.
They offer a unique opportunity to hear directly from the detainees themselves.
First poem of my life. Move it cautiously in the land of those who speak no Arabic. Even if they gave you oaths bound by oaths, their aim is to worship petty cash, and for it, they break all vows.
Muhammad al-Ghorani, a 14-year-old Chadian national raised in Saudi Arabia,
Had recently arrived in Pakistan to learn English and to study information technology.
When he was imprisoned by Pakistani police.
I came to their land to pursue an education, and saw such malice among them. They surrounded the mosque, weapons drawn, as if they were in a field of war.
As many as 29 juveniles have been detained at Guantanamo in violation of international law.
They said to us,
Come out peacefully.
And don't utter a single word.
in the prison's darkness they spread us out. In the cold bitterness we sat,
the guards,
Hang him by his wrists.
nearly naked,
His feet,
barely touching the floor.
The guards.
Beat him if he moved.
When the red-faced infidels came to spend their money, never had I seen such tribulation.
when told he would be moved to transfer to U.S. custody,
Ghorani was overjoyed to think that his torture would soon come to an end.
But in a warplane they brought us up, and after a half hour, brought us down.
under U.S. custody in Kandahar, Afghanistan, however, he was also
Stripped.
And beat.
We saw such insults from them. Not even the book of God was protected. Along with their malice, they were foolish. Tribulation, then hidden and imbecility.
In January 2002, he became one of the first enemy combatants transferred to Guantanamo Bay.
at first, there was little we could do with this information.
Anything your clients tell you
The military explained.
represents a potential national security threat.
And therefore, could not be revealed to the public until cleared by a Pentagon privileged review team.
The review team, in turn, initially used its power to suppress all evidence of abuse and mistreatment.
Our notes, returned to us but not stamped with the word,
Classified.
Were deemed unsuitably for public release on the grounds that they
Revealed interrogation techniques.
That the military had a legitimate interest in keeping secret.
To my father, 2 years have passed in faraway prisons. 2 years, my heart, sending out messages to the homes where my family dwells, or for grazing herds that leave well fed.
Abdullah Thani Faris al-Nazi is a double amputee.
having lost both of his legs in a U.S. bombing campaign in Afghanistan.
while he was employed as a humanitarian aid worker.
After his first leg was amputated, he was arrested, and his recovered vest by bounty hunters and
Turned over to U.S. forces.
While in U.S. custody, his second leg was amputated.
Oh, Father, this is the prison of justice. Its iniquity makes the mountains weep. I have committed no crime and am not guilty of no offense. Fair cause have I, but I have been sold like a fattened sheep. They told me to
Confess.
but I am guiltless. My deeds are all honorable and need no apology. They tempted me to
Turn away from the lofty sun of integrity.
Exchange this cage for a pleasant life.
By God, if they were to bind my body in chains, if all Arabs were to sell their faith, I would not so mind. I have composed these lines for the day when your children have grown old.
He has been held at Guantanamo since 2002.
and has received inadequate medical care.